Hello, hello, and welcome to the Good Girls Get Rich podcast. I'm your host, Karen Yankovich. And, I want to just think about those moments. Maybe you've had this moment where everything looks great. Your calendar's full, your content is getting engagement, people are reaching out, right? And you have calls with people, or you have engagements with people, you have conversations with people, you engage with people in the DMs, and it just feels hard. It just feels harder than it should feel. Like it feels like it should be easier. Or maybe it's not quite that dramatic. Maybe it's that you're just continuing to explain things to people, or things that you feel like you've explained 100 times already, or you're justifying your pricing, which drives me crazy when I hear that stuff, right? Because the value's there, or you're attracting clients that are really nice. They're nice people, but they're not really your right fit client, right? And the part that really sometimes starts to mess with our heads is that we didn't do anything wrong, right? When this stuff happens, you probably did everything right. So why does it feel like you've built this business that fits, that you love and you love talking about and you are so passionate about, but it feels like it doesn't just fit you anymore? So I want to talk about something that I just don't think we say enough or loud enough. Sometimes the problem isn't that your marketing isn't working. Sometimes it's working perfectly, but it's just working for a version of you that you've outgrown, an identity of yours that you've outgrown. And I say this all the time with women in this community. You're smart, you're experienced, you've got so much expertise, you've built something real, you've got followers, and you've got episodes of your YouTube channel or episodes of your podcast. But somewhere along the way, your message got like practical or safe or helpful, relatable, right? And they're not bad things, right? Those aren't bad things, but they may not be aligned with who you are now, because you are a badass, right? You're a badass world changer. And being safe and helpful doesn't help you, right? It doesn't help you. Because what happens when you start doing that is your marketing keeps attracting the clients who need the old version of you, not the woman that you are today. So let me ask you something. When you look at your last 3 clients or 5 clients, did they feel like a full body? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Or did they feel like this makes sense on paper? Or they gave me their credit card. They're a good client, right? Like, I want you to feel that in your heart. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to change the world with this potential client or this new client, right? Here's where this stuff gets interesting. I don't think this is happening by accident. I think that this is a pattern that I see, especially on LinkedIn with high achieving women. You start to simplify your message so more people understand it. Maybe you start to dumb down your content a little bit. And when I say dumb it down, I mean like you lead with education. 3 tips, 5 ways. Here's how to blah, blah, blah. And this works, right? We know that it works. It builds an audience. It builds trust. Maybe it even builds your email list. But it also does something else, right? It positions you as the person that helps people figure things out, not the person that they hire when it's time to move forward. So your inbox is full of people that like want to pick your brain or want to DIY things, and they want reassurance before they invest. And you're sitting there thinking like, how did this happen? Like, how did this happen? How did I become this person? You didn't lose your edge. You edited it out, like in the name of being helpful. So I want to talk a little bit about advice that you've heard from me, and you're probably hearing a lot of other people. You need to be more visible, right? You need to be more visible. You post more, you show up more, you're doing more video, you're getting in front of more people. But here's the truth. Visibility is an amplifier. If you're in my visibility salon or you have worked with me in any way, you know that the next words out of my mouth are always, and where's the money, right? Visibility alone is useless, right? It's useless. I often say, like, if you have this beautiful, gorgeous LinkedIn profile that's out there for the world to see, but nobody sees it, it's like nailing a flyer to a tree in the middle of the forest, right? Yeah, you're visible, but people don't know what to do next, right? So this visibility, it's not going to fix this misalignment. It just magnifies the misalignment. More visibility just brings you more of the wrong people if you don't address this issue. You have more conversations that don't go anywhere. You have more discovery calls that don't convert. You have more energy going out, and you're not getting the return that you want. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And it's where a lot of really smart women get stuck. And it's what sends them back to corporate, which, listen, if that's what you need to do or that's what you want to do, that's cool. But if behind the scenes you're exhausted and your content is working, but your clients clients aren't coming to you, your content is not working, right? So this is fixable. So if you do want to stick with it, you can. Right? So let's just go a little bit deeper here, because this isn't kind of just about your strategy. It's also about your identity, right? Because you evolved. At some point you evolved. And like, I've never in all of my decades of life seen as many women evolve as I have in the last few years. As the world changes, women are evolving faster than I've ever seen before in my life. Your experience is deepening, your commitment is deepening, your passion is deepening, you want to reach more people in the world, right? Your standards are changing, your capacity, like maybe your standards around who you work with are changing, your capacity is expanding. But your marketing is still loyal to that version of you that you built in the first place, that you learned back in 2010 on how to market, right? So now there's this gap. There's this gap between who you are now and how you're showing up. And again, your audience is still responding to what they see, not the version you've become. So your marketing is not attracting the wrong clients. It's accurately attracting the clients for the identity that you're still communicating. So the real question to me isn't how do I get better clients, or even how do I get more clients? It's where am I still showing up as the woman I used to be, so that I can do something about that, so that I can shift how I'm being seen and the messaging that I'm putting out to the world. So this is a part 1 of 2 episodes, because I think that I really want this part to sink in. I want you to listen to this episode again and again and share it with people that you think need to hear this message, because I think this is so important for so many women. And I hear many people refer to it as a block. It's not a block. There's no blocks, right? It's just we can't see what we can't see, right? But I can see it. And I want to share this with you. I want to share with you that something that I think is really important. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not blocked. You're not doing it wrong. There's nothing broken in your business. This isn't a sign that you need to burn everything down and start over, that maybe you've outpaced your positioning. And this isn't a sign that you need to burn everything down and start over. It's a sign that you're growing. It's a sign that you've outpaced your positioning. And honestly, this is the exact moment where things start getting good, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that means you can start to shift it, not by doing more, but by becoming more precise about who you are now. So we're going to talk more about this in next week's episode. We're going to talk about exactly how to realign this, how to adjust your messaging, your LinkedIn presence, your visibility, so that the exact right clients find you. That magnetic approach. I don't want you to chase them. I don't want you to convince them. I don't want you to have to explain yourself into exhaustion, right? And remember what I asked you a little while ago. I want you to do one thing. I want you to look at your last few clients or even your last few conversations and ask yourself, was it a hell yes? Is this aligned with who I am now? No judging yourself, right? Just awareness, because that awareness is where everything starts to change. So I'll be back here next week with part 2 of this episode. But remember now, we are now doing live episodes of Good Girls Get Rich on Wednesdays at noon Eastern over on LinkedIn. Good Girls Get Rich, the conversation. So I'm so excited about this. Instead of every other episode showing weekly being a guest episode, we're now doing the guest episodes live, because what I'm hearing is, well, what I know I want when I hear guests, like when I listen to podcasts, is, wait, I have a question for that guest. Well, now you can jump into the conversations with me. Good Girls Get Rich. The conversations are going to come out live on the pod. They're going to come out on the podcast on Fridays, but we're going live on Wednesdays at noon Eastern on LinkedIn. So you can DM me on LinkedIn if you want more information about this, or check my LinkedIn events and you can see where they are. I'm really excited about this. And if you want to know how to get some help with all these things, just go on over to KarenYankovich.com/call, book a call, and you get a chance to chat with us to see how we can help you. We've got all new offerings. We've realigned everything as we started to see the market change. So I'm excited to share that with you. So if we've talked before, it might be time to talk again, right? And next week, we'll be back with part 2 of this. And later on in the week, Good Girls Get Rich Conversations. I'll see you there.